Now, the cost of labour to strip this engine back down to a bare block, to then make sure that there is no corrosion or any wear on the block that might not even be salvageable at all, just financially, it's not worth it. You also don't get a warranty on a rebuilt engine, anything like you do with a new engine. So, unfortunately with the 6BTAs, they're just not a viable option to rebuild anymore. So let's say you did decide to rebuild this Cummins 6BTA engine. You've got a lot of cost and labour cost in regards to stripping this engine down so you can actually get to the pistons which are seized inside the bore with that salt water. But it's not just that. The 6BTA were great in their decade, but they are outdated technology. Not to mention the fact that let's say you did rebuild this engine, you aren't going to get the same warranty support as you do with a new engine, but also all the other components around the engine are aged as well. Your turbos, your exhaust manifolds, you get material wear, fatigue that does set into metal over the decades. Injection pumps, seawater pumps, you name it. You can rebuild the base block, but you still have older aged technology and older components around that engine, which, let's be honest, can impact that long-term reliability of a rebuilt engine. So that's why it is smart for anyone in this situation to at least consider the idea of investing into your vessel, reliability, newer technology and enjoyment in considering repowering with some newer technology engines. So that's why it is a very, very smart option to be realistic about your scenario and make that capital investment in your boat, in your enjoyment and in your reliability of your vessel by looking at options to repower to a new and smarter, more reliable engine. And the reasons why the NEF 400 marine engine is a great option to repower from the 6BTA are as follows. So exactly in this position is where the 6BTA sat previously. The cool thing is that the NEF is smaller in physical dimensions, especially the width. This is a very tight boat, this Carver. On the port side motor here, on the port side, on the outboard side, the injection pump sat all the way over here. You couldn't even fit your arm down the side here. The great design of the coolers on the NEF have meant that everything is smaller in physical dimensions, giving us, still in a tight boat, very reasonable access and around to service all of the service points all the way around this motor. One of the other awesome factors about the NEF is down here on the turbo outlet. It is exactly the same flange between the 6BTA and the NEF. So this exhaust system bolted straight off of the 6BTA and bolted straight onto the NEF turbo. That makes life so much easier when you're conducting a repower such as this. There is a couple of minor changes in regards to the front mounts. They are not in exactly the same location, but they're very close. And in this instance, the gearbox with all 6BTAs and the NEFs are the exact same bell housing size, an SAE3. And what that means is that the gearbox can be bolted straight off the back of the Cummins. It gets bolted straight onto the NEF, no worries. And because the rear mounts in this particular vessel are off the back of the gearbox, we didn't have to make any changes there either. Shaft bolts straight to gearbox, gearbox bolts straight to engine, engine fits in really nicely. So the old 6BTAs were set to 315 horsepower at 2800 RPM. The great thing about the NEF, they're very similar, but they give you an extra 200 RPM. So these are a 3000 RPM maximum engine, and we can put more horsepower through if the shaft and gearbox can take it. So the NEF 400 here, it's a 5.9 litre displacement, exactly the same as the 6BTA. But these at 400 horsepower are a great drop-in solution if you can take that extra horsepower. In this instance, we couldn't quite take that. So we electronically derated these motors back to 370 horsepower at 3000 RPM, which gives us a good additional 55 horsepower above what we had before with the 6BTAs. And that has transitioned to a really good result at sea trial. So we achieved approximately 22 knots at 2400 RPM as a cruise, and flat out, we hit 30 knots at 3000 RPM. For a boat like this Carver 37, that's an excellent speed. And we had a really good fuel burn, really nice low fuel burn, because the NEF are a much better designed, later technology using the Bosch Common Rail electronic fuel injection as opposed to the 6BTA's mechanical injection. And they're quiet, and they don't put any smoke out the back. No black smoke on the transom to worry about anymore with the NEF 400. In regards to changing up in the display panels from the 6BTA to the NEF, it's a much better system. Because instead of having a set of analog gauges that used to be here in this particular control panel, now we've upgraded to the 2 digital 5-inch touchscreen control panels. They give us a lot more information in regards to engine parameters. They list any unlikely fault that may appear, but they also, importantly, give you your fuel consumption, both in instantaneous litres per hour, but also the fuel used over the trip. And you can go into these panels, reset your trip fuel used, and that way you know exactly how much fuel you've burnt since you last reset that trip, since you last fueled up. The other thing we've changed on this boat is there used to be 2 sets of throttle levers. One was for the gears, one was for the throttle. So you had to use 2 hands here. We've simplified that to just the flex ball here, which allows us to click into gear and rev individually. The other great thing about the flex ball is we can sync together. Because they're electronic engines, we can then run both engines off of just one throttle, and the RPM is perfectly aligned between the 2 engines, which avoids that really annoying hum and harmonics difference when you do have the engines that just aren't quite balanced in RPM. The NEFs are also designed in regards to easy access to components for servicing. So for example, just sitting here is our spin-on oil filter, nice and easily accessible from the top down, and actually quite a dry filter when you're changing it because the oil does run back down to sump. As you come over here, of course, there's still components that need to be serviced on either side of the engine. Sitting just tucked down here is the seawater pump. It's about a similar position to the 6BTA, so it's very close. It's not easier, it's not harder, just very similar to already what you're used to in regards to changing the impeller on the seawater pump. We also have a secondary fuel filter, which is a nice easy spin on, which even I can get my hands straight down and on right now to be able to spin that off. And keep in mind, this is the hard engine I'm showing you. If we went over to the other side, it's even easier because it's right there. In regards to access of coolers, the other great thing about the NEF is that because you don't have a huge timing case here like you do on the 6BTAs with the injection pump here, we've got much better access to the intercooler just sitting there, and that means that the intercooler on the 6BTA, which is a huge circular cylindrical component that sits back there, isn't there anymore. So that means that we've got much easier access around the air cleaner and on the back corner of the motor. Anodes are also still really easily accessible on the NEF series of engine. We have an anode on the end cap of the intercooler, an anode as well on the end cap of the heat exchanger located between the gearbox oil cooler, and as well I should say you actually get the new gearbox oil cooler as part of the purchase price when you buy a new NEF. For this Carver 37 to be cruising along at 22-23 knots very comfortably with low fuel burn and to achieve a 30 knot top speed really shows that the NEF, which produces over 300 Newton meters of torque more per engine, is a great result. That torque really helps this boat to get out of the water and punch fast, still with that great low fuel consumption. So it doesn't matter what engines you've got in a vessel like this, whether it's Cat, Cummins, existing old Ivecos, you name it, you've got to seriously have a look at the FPT range of engines as a great repower option. Thanks very much for watching, and we'll see you on the next video.